very interesting, especially considering that the Eve as well is up for grabs here, and they have taken it. Blacklist will have range, they will have front to back, and they can also engage in these fights. So let's just get straight into the Land of Dawn for game number 1. Let's see if it pays off for the Brazilians here as Blacklist and KEYD get into the first game in the Land of Dawn.
I'm excited to see how this is going to be played because Luis is going to be the one who's on this Benedetta going up against Oheb in the gold lane. Very exciting stuff. More importantly, so I'm a little sad that, you know, the high loss coming in from Takashi kind of forcing Blacklist International, and especially for a player like Edward to go on something, personally, I believe, super boring hero on this Uranus. I was really hoping Esmeralda. I was really hoping for Paquito.
Well, both heroes will not fare well against the Hylas, and you are actually on point on the key, just forcing that hero onto Blacklist International. As boring as it is, you if you're a fan of like big macro plays, maybe that will not be too boring for you, as this Uranus from the Philippines. We saw that from both Dilarski as well as Edward. They want to play it to make the space for the rest of the other players to be able to farm. So by the mid game, around the maybe 9-minute mark until the 15-minute mark, you're gonna see this Uranus just cut the lanes, proxy as we might call it.
Yep, it's all about control, right? I mean, I think nothing's really going to happen here unless somebody makes a mistake. But level 4 is when we're expecting something, most things to happen. Because KEYD very ultimate dependent here, especially when it comes down to these team fights.
Yeah, you can see the Mountain Chakra already being popped up. Luis has actually been taken really low. Oh my god! Oheb jumps in and Wise is there to capitalize. It's going to be him picking up the first blood clean by Blacklist International. Luis a bit too much than he could chew there in that top side. And Edward, this is the thing. If KEYD wants to go to that bottom side, play for it, you are not going to be able to kill that Uranus. It isn't going to be a fun time. It should have been them going and rotating to that top side in the early stages. Sure, they want to get control, but is it really good right now? Because look, right now, oh, wait a minute. Real World Invasion is going to be Force King all the way to run away, but it's going to be him taken down. Very questionable decision-making as of right now for the side of KEYD.
I mean, they need to wake up right now. They can't be making mistakes like this against Blacklist International, who's seemingly a little more sharp today.
Yeah, they're very sharp. You see, again, very easy turtle take from them. They found that King was there, and Haji did not even hesitate. They have not much stuns in there, but they do have the slow. If you couple the slow as well as the Eve slow, it's almost as if it's a stun. And they also caught King quite low in that turtle area. Top lane, they were also very good when it comes to execution, as Oheb just literally destroyed that Benedetta. The range versus melee match is way too good.
Yeah, but look at the airstrike. We'll be able to pick Venus off of the Land of Dawn right there, but Mikey is the one who gets the kill. Now, sure, they do get a kill on the board. I'm not trying to complain. I'm not trying to nitpick, but they would want, you know, literally anyone else except for Mikey to get those kills on the board. But Edward already starting to become a nuisance now. He has that. Oh, wait a minute. Actually, the engage comes in, and it's going to be Edward just instantly burst it down, forced to flicker away. I was about to say he has the consecration. It's going to be hard to burst him down, but Nathan just comes in out of nowhere with that guiding wind.
I mean, King was already stacked up before Edward was even walking into the jungle. So he's got to be really careful, because the moment he's stacked up and he drops down that entropy, the auto attacks, most people would underestimate it. But, oh, wait, hold on. Luis might be in some trouble here.
Oh, he's in a lot of trouble right now, but the bottom side, Edward's going to get picked off. Luis now in the midst of it all. It's going to be Wise dashing in, almost getting the kill, but wow! Great plays by the Brazilians, trading, getting a turret, and actually not losing a kill in the process right there. Maybe even not losing a turret, because Luis, before he backed away, that was a wave cleared.
Yeah, he clears the wave before he gets out, and eventually was, was able to escape without dying, which is great for KEYD, as they will live to see another day. However, top lane is still be taken out by Blacklist International. This is very scary, as the Clint as well as the Yeast and Shield does so much damage against turrets, and this battle already available for Oheb.
Oh, Luis, perfect eye for an eye, actually, but he's actually going to go back in right there, able to clear the waves right now as Mikey comes into that top side, maybe just show himself up to pressure the members of Blacklist International, but KEYD so far not doing too bad. not doing too shabby here, as Blacklist will try to look for control in that turtle side.
Yep, I mean, they're opening up the map here, and Edward's doing a good job making sure he's the one face checking. He knows he can take the damage for a good amount of time, plus he still has the concentration up.
Oh, let's see. Glorious Pathway being used. It's going to be Venus all the way in the midst of it all. He's still using the ultimate, still going to be bursted down, though. Mikey has nowhere to go. And Takashi, he is in the midst of it all, trying to get some kills on the board, but it's a 2-for-1 right now. There's nothing that Takashi can do at this point. Oheb is just going to clean it up. Wise comes in for the kill, and Louise will try to get a trade, but that was amazing again. 5th minute mark for Blacklist, already starting the group up, showing amazing plays on the board. King will be able to take that orange buff.
You see the rotation from Blacklist International is very fluid. Top lane push and then mid lane clash. Eventually the turtle and then some pokes into the bottom lane. They almost went for a stopover into that orange buff, but they saw King in there. If King was just a little bit too late, maybe 2 seconds late than taking that orange buff, surely Blacklist International would have taken it. So very fluid movements coming up from Blacklist International. That's why they're able to amass a 2.3k lead 5 minutes in.
I mean, Blacklist International knows how to push their lead. They know what to do after the fight to convert a team fight in towards gold. However, I am still worried about Prime. His positioning in that last fight was a little questionable, and more importantly so, losing that flicker, even though he still has wings by wings, is a little concerning.
Oh, real world inflation. Louise is going to go in, but it's going to be Mikey picked up out of nowhere right there with Feather Airstrike, almost taking Haji down. It is Venus on the Estes. You know the healing is just going to be insane, and that's exactly what happened. The poke, the range, and the sustain from Blacklist.
Oh my goodness. You see, oh my Venus really timed that perfectly well.
Yeah.
It's a good thing that KEYD did not overcommit though, because some teams are always baited when the Moonlight Merchant is not yet popped by Oh My Venus. They always say that when they're trying to go for the kills and they see someone very low, they overcommit. But this time, it's a good thing that KEYD did not overcommit. However, Blacklist International, this is a 4-1 placement in the map, as the Uranus will be away from his team.
Oh, Edward actually goes in onto King right now, still taking very low, but Mikey is the one to pick up the kill once again. Blacklist International, though, they do not want to get the objectives for free, the kills for free. They have rotated to this bottom side. The second-tier turret has been chunked to almost half HP as the orange buff will be taken away. KEYD, though, look at them. They're actually, I really like the setup coming in from them. They see Blacklist on that bottom side. They don't instantly recall. They went for that mid, cleared it up.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of micro, they're learning and starting to pick up on the habits, especially for Edward. They're kind of figuring out how he likes to kind of get out of these situations, which walls that he most commonly uses, and looks upon his shit with with their own rotations. Mikey coming in from that angle, he could have gone the entire long way in towards the enemy, in towards, you know, Blacklist's jungle, but now the next fight's already begun.
Yeah, look at the airstrike, able to deal some damage right there, as that's going to be Haji stunned up, still able to flicker away with the help of Venus, gets back up to half HP, and that is just the healing doing wonders for Blacklist. Prime gets taken down.
It's 7 minutes in, they're gonna group up, and for sure they'll take this turret in the mid lane. And this is massive for Blacklist International. They're not gonna stop. Gonna be waiting for the next wave of minions and then push it against KEYD. Haji's ultimate is almost up again in a few seconds, and they are itching to use it.
This is the time where Gane needs to go and pull the trigger to exactly do that, man. But Takashi, he can't melt the members, and he's the one actually who gets melted down. Blacklist are just so good, you see, every single time. Even when they're pushing, whenever they're in the lead, their positioning is on point.
Goodness. You see that Takashi, with only the Dominance Eyes, thought that he could last against Blacklist International, but you can see that Blacklist International already formed their bubble. And they're going to be continuously pushing. Another 4-1 for Blacklist International. Uranus away from the team and 4 in the top.
Oh my god, Louise just so aggressive, and Wise actually gets called out right there. King picks up the kill, and they're going to go for the re-engage onto Venus. He pops the ultimate, but he's going to get bursted down by the Nathan, and that is the kill picked up by KEYD. Right now, it is a 2-for-0 as KEYD look for more on the board. Haji has a shield from the real world inflation, and there you go. Prime joins in, goes in for Ohem, still forcing that flicker away, and Blacklist will be able to run away for now, but maybe not for long, because King, he's looking for something. Although Haji's able to zone him away, it's going to be the Feather Airstrike popped in again. Haji's still dodging away, and that's going to be Ohem picked off on the board. King picking up a killing spree, and that is a trade. Actually, Prime going and overextending a little bit too much, but the fight doesn't end there. Mikey goes back in for the Circling Eagle, knowing that Edward is just so tanky. Will just choose to back away. Louise will lose his life in turn for that mid lane turret, but wait a minute, he's still alive. Whoa, what is this? He's actually going to be able to dodge away from the Mountain Shocker. Oh my god, Haji will be able to pick it up though. Unstoppable for him. Blacklist with the lead still, but KEYD coming back.
Yep, at least they bought enough time so that now Blacklist doesn't have a very comfortable timing to do this, Lord. They're going to try, but you can see that the rest of KEYD is going to be walking in to look for position. But in this fight alone, really, really nicely done coming in. I mean, they punished Wise for getting too far forward, and Takashi is like, no, Law and Order, I'm going to keep you in place. And with that, it's going to be very simple to take him out.
And the kill onto Oheb is icing on top of that clash. Unfortunately, Prime was outplayed by Haji. The movements coming, the footwork for this even. Now they want more.
Oh, they do want more. Circling Eagle onto Venus, and he's going to get stunned up. The damage not just yet there, but it is going to be enough. That final blow was perfect. But now, look at it. It's going to be Blacklist with the re-engage, popping in the real-world manipulation, but instant disengage from the side of KEYD. And they just pull the fight back and forth. They have Venus, and now they have the lead. What they need to do is keep on doing this. They are doing it perfectly.
Yep, they just got to farm Oh My Venus while they still can, because they look at how many resources they had to dedicate. They didn't use their battle spells, but so many ultimates just to take out Venus. There's no point continuing that fight because Blacklist International still have a large majority of their resources. I think KEYD make a really, really good argument against Blacklist International. However, they're going to continue to use these neutral objectives as baits. I think it's going well. They're following their keys to victory.
Blacklist International, since they have pulled yourself together on Oh My Venus, now they have him once again. Let's see though, as KEYD already is taking some farm. And in fact, they have taken the lead down to 2.0, which in a way is still winnable for KEYD. What they can do now is use Luis as their split pusher. Maybe just their way to kind of blow the minion waves in their favor. As Blacklist International, the advantage that they have right now is vision from the Mountain Shocker. And they want to use this as a way to kind of control the Lord area. As in a way, you know, given the lead that Blacklist International was able to get, KEYD, they still deal so much damage onto the Lord. This is a Nathan from the jungle role, and that deals that can take the Lord so quickly.
This is actually really smart by KEYD. They saw that Blacklist International were in that top side. They instantly go for the position. And look at Luis. He's in for the flanks right now with the Glorious Pathway used. It is going to be Luis jumping onto 3 members. But look at Edward. He is actually, this is all for the Lord. And they're going to be able to take it away from Blacklist. A beautiful macro fight in that 12th minute.
That was smart. That was really, really smart here. And Luis being the perpetrator of that, he's getting chased now.
Wow. That is such a nice strategy coming out from KEYD. Pincer maneuver, and you want to use your Electro final blow as well as your Glorious Pathway. So much floor skills coming out from KEYD that they took advantage of, and a clutch retribution from King to take the Lord.
Oh, Mikey, he might have just went in a little bit too aggressive there, but look at the damage coming from the airstrike, almost taking Oheb down. Whoa, Blacklist now, the tides have simply just shifted onto KEYD's favor. As we said, the scaling is starting to come in.
It's important. It's so important because Prime, he's got the most valuable ultimate in this game right now. And, you know, as you mentioned before, Wolf, Luis is doing a really good job at forcing Oh My Venus to use ult rather early. And at least Haji has to try and protect himself. He knows that he's going to be safe, but if they could time their ultimates a little bit better, I think Blacklist International could potentially bait KEYD into a fight that they cannot win. If they get Luis out of position, and more importantly so, bait out Takashi's Glorious Pathway, they could look to turn the tides.
It's all about the floor skills now for KEYD. As well as Blacklist International, you have the second skill coming out from the Estes, as well as the ultimate from Haji to control the area. But KEYD, the coverage that they were able to get from this feathered airstrike, as well as the Glorious Pathway, is just way too good. And I love the fact that they're using it like strategically. They were able to get the pincer maneuver against Blacklist International, and Blacklist International definitely weren't ready for that. Now for KEYD, if they want to take this game in and maybe control the later portions of the game, all they have to do now is to be patient. Use their macro play from this Benedetta to just split push the map and then group together with the Nathan. Have the Hylos as well as the Matilda always be with the Nathan so that they can protect this late game carry.
This is honestly right now so insane by KEYD. They've actually shifted the gold lead right now, and oh, wait a minute, Mountain Shocker will be able to reveal the opponents, and they will have to run out of that death bush.
Yeah, wow. This is going to be another slow game. As we said, KEYD, in their victories, it's always the late game, the super late game. In fact, 22-minute game, they won against Onyx Esports. and back-to-back games against their previous match, which was it went 17 minutes and 19 minutes. So they really want to take it into the late game, and so far they have the better late game composition compared to Blacklist International.
Well, I would say that there's an argument to be made there as well here, because
That
right
is
now,
true.
Haji,
That is true.
Yeah, Haji is going to be scaling up pretty well. They may not necessarily have the burst, but
Yeah.
the fights drag on out. I think Blacklist does have them beat in that department. But who would have thought it would have come to this, right? 43K to 43K. Luis should be okay here. Oh, this is starting to get concerning.
Oh no, this is not going to be looking good for Luis. He's going to be caught in the pincer maneuver, and that's a 4v1. No, not even 4. It's a 5v1. They've actually put all their resources into the bottom side, and the thing is, KEYD, they didn't have any setup.
Yeah, good read coming out from Edward as he forced the Electo final blow. And when the Electo final blow is already used by the Benedetta, by a split pushing Benedetta, you know that he can be contested by the ARC teams. And now, 22 seconds without this Benedetta, the macro play is going to side on Blacklist International.
Oh, but look at the wave clear, man. The high ground potential of KEYD is just insane with the Feather Airstrike and obviously King with the entropy. But look, Blacklist International, they've finally taken down the kill. They've taken down Luis, and I think that guy is the most important member, right? Sure, the damage mostly is from King, from Prime, but Luis makes it happen.
Yeah, I think, you know, it's interesting to see that now Luis is in a position where he can't hard carry the game, but instead is trying to make openings for his members like King, and as well as believing in Prime that he's going to step up this game and make it happen. And so far, Prime has been doing that once he's gotten his items, his positioning. He's been warming up for this moment, and hopefully it's going to pay off here, because so far they're doing pretty well against Blacklist International.
Yeah, Blacklist International trying to open up the map right now. Doesn't have the Mountain Chakra already
Edward.
popped in, but it's going to be actually Edward caught in the midst of it all right now. Still able to run away with the help of the real world manipulation, but that is 2 ultimates burned away before anything even happens. The Lord, though, was just going to get bursted down. And oh, wait a minute, KEYD, they are miscommunicating right now. The Nathan is all alone, and he's going to get taken down. Edward now looking for the kill onto King, still able to kind of wait for now, but the damage will come through again. Mikey comes in for the Circle Eagle, looking for the re-engage, and the final blow will come in for the follow-up, but he is just simply way too tanky, and it might be Mikey losing out on that immortality. Still has the guiding win, but Blacklist now on the go with the Lord.
Edward the Uranus, that was so amazing. He kept on top of the King, and KEYD is now crumbling.
Oh, but wait a minute, for the airstrike, able to zone away the members right now. The Lord will be marching down, getting the hits onto the turret. Takashi is able to get the stun onto Edward, but look at Takashi. Immortality will be popped by both Mikey and Takashi. The Lord is marching down and hitting onto the base. Blacklist International have cracked KEYD's defense, and that is them with the 4,000, now a 5,000 lead back in the game.
Yep, and they have to start spending their resources here. They've already claimed all the tier 2s. If they want to go for this inhibitor, they have to stick around as Edward's zoning them off.
Oh, the real world manipulation just does so much damage with Edward as well, just being such a nuisance in that back line. And now it might be an all-out fight, but the airstrike has been popped. Luis goes into the backside, able to pierce and get some damage out of the way, but Mikey, he's going in. He's forced to go in. That was a beautiful forced error by the side of Blacklist International, and look at the damage from Oheb, almost one-shotting Prime. Luis now caught on the 1v4, still able to dash away with the eye for an eye, but Wise will be able to pick him up with the passive. The double kill picked up by Blacklist. The triple kill is in his sight. He's gonna go for it. It's gonna be the triple kill. Will it be the Maniac? It is gonna be the Maniac. No, it's not. It's only the Maniac. No more. But what a first game, a statement from the Filipino champs.
A lot of respect coming in from these Filipino champions here. They could have gone with a more greedy comp, but instead they played with their regular slow roll, things that they're comfortable with, understanding the composition that they've been playing throughout the MPL Philippines here. They take the first match against KEYD. However, you can...
Difficult for KEYD, although I would say in the latter portions of the game, with both Ling and Aldous being a very difficult heroes to deal with, and so much damage that can come out from those two, it could be KEYD's game. But in the early stages, it's Rafaela and Bane. So much tempo that they can play with. Not to mention, they can also use this Farsa for more damage, and as well as this Bakito to give them the crowd control that they need, the peeling that they need in the early stages. So it's going to be very difficult because it's going to take a perfect game from both the Esmeralda as well as this Louis to be able to just stop the aggression from Blacklist International.
Yeah, well, let's get straight into game number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, break the code or KEYD. Let's see who gets the victory here because KEYD already pushing in, getting that little wanderer in the early stage. First minute will be controlled by KEYD because, again, Lo Yi and Ling. There's a lot of mobility here. There's a very good farming, very fast farming, and the pressure that Matilda and Lo Yi can assert. But wait a minute, Mikey doing a very, very aggressive engage right now, and it's going to get taken down even though Prime gets that diversion, that rotation in. That was too greedy by Mikey.
And there was really nothing that he can achieve there, especially because this will be a trio inside of Blacklist International. Rafael as well as the Farsa will group up together so that they can protect twice, and they will only take maybe 2 to 3 minutes that they need to babysit twice. Afterwards, they can just take the objectives, take the turtle, and choose to fight somewhere else. And so far, Luis is holding his own into the top lane.
Yeah, I think both Mikey and as well as Prime really need to communicate with each other there. That situation could be completely... It should not have happened, but now Luis, he's going to get here. Yep, there we go. It's a quick, easy pick off for the side, and Oh My Venus is just such a good enabler with the Holy Healing giving them that extra movement speed. Most people would be caught off by a literal second off when they're thinking, yeah, they should be rotating up top side, but, you know, maybe a second later.
Yeah, but did you see the deadly catch? It was actually really well predicted there. Luis flickered, and Wise, he knows what he was going to do. The deadly catch to catch him off, and now look at how much they were able to chunk down that turret gold. But Turtle will be traded on the other side of the map. Even though Blacklist International finds something on the map, KEYD, they don't want to give it for free, instantly taking it down in that bottom side.
Yeah, great adjustment coming out from Prime. He actually used the ultimate so that he can get to the top lane quickly. I mean, he wasn't literally into the top turret, but at least they were able to defend. The fact that they proc the passive onto Wise meant that Wise will not be able to stay on top of the turret for quite a long time. That's why the outer turret energy shields up top weren't really completely depleted. Although Luis was denied of 2 minions up top, at least KEYD is able to trade with the turtle.
The Aldous is not having a good time, man. Right now, he is getting completely bullied out of his lane. And Blacklist International already with a 500 gold lead. You can expect this to keep on going up because they are playing these individual lanes so well.
They need to do something here because Luis can't do. Here comes the contract. He's going to get out of there, but... It's still so brutal to watch. Look at that. Luis just cannot sit in his lane for longer than like a minute.
Yeah, the thing is, for KEYD itself, they try to rotate to the top side. Now, oh no, Edward knows where he's going, and Wise will be able to pick him up with the airstrike to finish him off. And that is the second time that Luis will be picked off in this game. King, is he going to look for an engage here? Edward is alone. They are isolating him really well, but the different targeting from Takashi going in for the Falling Star Moon onto Haji, Wise is able to just disengage from that. Takashi gets chunked to half, and Blacklist still stay on top.
So far, I think at this point in time, KEYD is getting a little too greedy. Their pathing is greedy. Their draft is greedy. They could have avoided a lot of these situations, and Blacklist International playing strong fundamentals are just punishing them.
And Oheb already has got his endless battle as the mid lane definitely is controlled by Haji. There's really no way for KEYD to be able to push this mid lane turret. I would honestly assume that Blacklist International will be able to keep this mid lane for maybe about 12 minutes. It's because of the fact that they have the Farsa and there's really no hard engage from KEYD. They need to wait for more time before they're able to fight.
Oh, maybe not though. Okay, they want to go in for this. Going in for the Defiant Sword all the way to the backside, 7th place as well. Wise will be able to get the Retribution on the Turtle, but Luis, he is going in. He doesn't have the damage just yet, and he's going to get taken down. A little bit too greedy here, fighting before the Owlus even hits a Power Spike. I mean, we don't even need to talk about Power Spike. He's 0-3-0 right now. Definitely not a good score to go for the plays right, as of this moment.
I think they were hoping to catch up a lot more than that, right?
Yeah.
You definitely see that Luis, yes, he's behind. He's also level 5 here, hoping to at least get 1 kill somewhere across the board because the rest of KEYD, and especially for like King and Prime, they've got some form of early game damage. They should have been able to do a bit more.
Oh man, Takashi just received the big amount of damage coming out from Wise. Turtle buff with the Bane, and so much items and so much gold lead now that Blacklist International will be able to get. Now they will be trying to push this bottom lane. King can defend though.
Oh my god, Edward, so much damage already, but in the top side, oh my Venus, forced to back away very low right now as King and Edward go at it. that bottom side. Still, 2,000 gold lead. Oh my god, Edward almost predicts that Finch poise and gets the kill. King forced to recall right now, but Takashi might be going for the 1v1, maybe forcing it. He still has that falling star win, but he doesn't want to commit just yet.
Now, I think it's a good time to talk about this because Edward is going to be a big enabler for this team because so far, I think, you know, if Blacklist International wants to play defensive like how they are now to play oppressively, that's totally okay. But if they want to start pressing their advantage, a lot of it is going to be Edward looking for those big flanks, those big spearheads in the middle of KEYD to allow Blacklist International to kind of catch them off guard.
Yeah, and now look at what Blacklist International just loves doing. They go in, but Takashi already charging up that falling star moon, gonna go in onto Wise. No follow-up, he's all alone. Deadly catch almost connects to him, but he actually baits 2 ultimates. That holy baptism as well. Wise almost takes that for the retribution as Edward is waiting in there. King needs to be careful, or anyone honestly needs to be careful. Prime is going to be chunked very to half HP, actually, not very low. And Edward still not making a move. King though, going in for the Divine Sword onto Haji, will just zone them away.
I think Edward's plan was to stop this this link to get into the Lord, into the turtle. I mean, it's maybe way too early. However, Blacklist International still is making a beeline towards the turtle and might be able to take this so easily. As again, KEYD, they don't have the fighting chance yet.
Yeah, if they keep on forcing these fights, I'm sorry to say, this is not going to be looking good for them at all. King tries to go for the steal, but Wise is just too clean with that retribution, so efficient.
Yep, I mean, so far the game's going in favor of Blacklist International. They don't really have to do much. They've got that first initial snowball. They've got 2 turrets as well at the same time. This investment that they had in the earlier stages of the game in punishing KEYD's mistake is going to start giving them returns at this 7th minute mark because now KEYD is really far behind. Luis, at least he's level 8. He's caught up with the rest of the gang, but is it going to be enough? Again, KEYD just is forced to play defensively.
I mean, all him freezing the lanes for at a certain point and then eventually just clearing it out because he wants to help his team. It's a battle for the purple buff once again, and Blacklist International are going to be putting all the stops. They even have cleaned up top lane near the vicinity, and Wise already starting with the purple.
Yeah, look at that. Purple is going to be taken away. Deadly catch and the instant chain with the retribution will be able to get it away. King now without a purple buff. Edward going in onto Mikey. Takes half HP away from him. Use it guiding wing, but oh my god. It's going to be the mid lane tier 1 taken down. But the airstrike is zone away. The members prime taken very low. It is Louis.
Oh.
What are you doing? He goes in for the farm and instantly gets punished. Haji is right there. He's still able to live, but that was not the right move.
Yeah, this is oppressive. Like, KEYD is getting a little desperate with their moves overall, and you can tell that even Wise, he's getting more and more comfortable here. Oh, deadly catch.
Oh, actually, King going in for the Defiant Sword all the way to Wise right now. And actually, Wise is going to be able to out-damage him. Defiant Sword once again with the Tempest Ablaze. But again, King, he has nowhere to go. For the airstrike almost takes him down. Wise is just right there, but the Guiding Wind will be able to beak and help him out of that situation. Luis, though, caught on the 1v3, 1v2. He's taken down. Prime is next on the chopping block, and that is just everyone running away. Takashi's going to get zoned away. Forced to use the Falling Star Moon. King as well, using these abilities to get away. And Blacklist now with a 6,000 gold lead in the 8th minute.
KEYD really wanted to go for that kill. Unfortunately, Takashi as well as Mikey did not connect with their ultimates. As Mikey was well behind a wall, so that the Circling Eagle was just out of range, maybe a pixel out of range when Blacklist International tried to retreat. And just as I finished one sentence, the turret in the mid lane fell against Oheb. This is how massive their lead is, and Haji might go for the kill.
Yeah, it's going to be Haji popping that Tempest Ablaze, forcing King to pop that Tempest Ablaze. He goes for the Finch Boys, but the Wings by Wings can follow you everywhere, buddy. King keeps on trying to run away, but no, he jumps into the wrong side, and Oheb is right there with the quick draw. It's high noon.
It's well played, in fact. Oh my goodness, just the way that they're just having this strong coverage of the map and making sure that like even when they have their defense ready, they have Overwatch all across the map to ensure that they can't go further than this. But now they're going to be sitting on top of this Lord, and there's nothing KEYD can do. Every time they walk on inwards, Deadly Catch is going to deter them.
Oh man, look at this. Blacklist International, even after taking the Lord, even after using their resources for something, they're still going again and again. They keep on fighting, but they're chilling at this point.
Oh, chilling for Blacklist International as it was a clinical take on this game. whenever they face up against Ling as well as farm-dependent heroes like the Aldous, they have this suffocating moves that they do against their teammates, so that they against their opponents, so that they can easily take the game. And that purple buff take was so critical from Blacklist International. The way that they involve all of their members around that vicinity, so that KEYD will not be able to form their to have a formation out there.
All right, but let's take a look at the siege right now. Blacklist just going in for the airstrike to zone them away just now, and that is the mid inhibitor taken down for nothing. And 10,000 gold lead attempt, and Edward goes over the knockout strike. Takashi, oh my god, almost gets one-shotted right there as Blacklist looks towards that top side. Luis early chunk really low, forced to back away, and KEYD have no response. Mikey just using the time, using the guiding wind to try to bait the minions, but at this point, Feather Airstrike will be able to start Prime away. He tried to cancel it, but look at Edward. He's just diving again and again onto the backside. Wise almost takes a kill onto Mikey. It's still a good defense, but all the inhibitor turrets will be taken down just with the first Lord. They're gonna go keep on going inside of the base, falling Star Moon, but no, that is not what you want. Look at this Blacklist. They have just done an amazing siege and they want to continue.
Oh. I mean, how long can they hold this up here? The moment Haji gets his feathered airstrike again, I think this might be a little tough. I'm not gonna lie, it's not an easy game, and more importantly for Prime, he's been having a rough time.
Oh, I like that. That rhymed. Edward going in for the knockout strike against two members, and Blacklist International once again, they're camping. They're camping at the base, man.
And this is valid actually, because KEYD, they want to farm, and they can keep them in their base for a minute and they will not be able to farm.
Yeah, look at that Deadly Catch going in. Knockout strike and finishes it off. It's gonna be Luis and Takashi taken down. Edward goes in for Prime. That is gonna be the cannonball to take him down. Winner's Truncheon just a style on their opponents as the base will just get shredded down. And that is match point to the Filipino champions.
Ooh, that was a brutal, brutal game. A couple of micro mistakes really just helped Blacklist's small investments turn tenfold, and they got checkmate.
A marksman in the mid lane is you overload with damage, you clear the mid lane fast, and you participate in team fights. You make the space for this Alice. So this is a good spread coming out from the side of Blacklist International. They have physical damage from the Thams as well as the Clint, and then overload of magic damage through the Nathan as well as this Alice and Nathan, I mean.
Okay, but let's get straight into game number 3. Remember, this is match point. All Blacklist needs to do is to win this one for all the marbles, moving on to the next stage. Or will it be KEYD forcing the 4th game in the series? Let's go. Break the code or go for KEYD. Let's see it in the chat right now as both of the teams will get into the Land of Dawn.
I'm very curious to see how, especially for KEYD, I don't want to see fundamental mistakes coming out of them, because their composition right now can play for the earlier stages of the game, and they need to take full advantage because we know how Blacklist is like. They know how to just sandbag here. But now both of their marksmen's kind of chilling here in the mid lane just to help make sure that Haji isn't going to get out-pushed.
It's all about the fast clear for Blacklist International. You see that play coming up from Wise using the skill so that they can clear the wave and go to the bottom lane.
Oh, Luis, he's caught a very bad situation, still able to get under the turn with the flicker, and that is going to force Blacklist International to move back. But look at the position of Mikey. He's in the bush. He might just go for the Jeet Kune Do onto Haji, but instant quick draw, able to get and spot around the members of KEYD. Look at that. Retribution has been placed as well. Prime going in for the damage. Taken down for both of the teams, but no one will fall. Still KEYD and Blacklist equal on the board, but maybe I'm wrong. King, he's looking for a kill onto Haji, still able to dash away for now. It flickers out as well, and that is just a brilliant early game skirmish with 0 deaths.
Haji with a good read. And overall from Blacklist International, I wonder how they were able to find out that there's someone in there. Maybe they're listening to the bushes, they're looking at their minimap, but Blacklist International will not be fooled. I also love the fact that they kind of acted like as if they don't know that there's someone out there. And they just popped the quick draw, eventually dealing the damage and poking KEYD. KEYD had to back down, and Blacklist International back to their usual self.
Yeah, honestly, wait, what's happening down by mid to river? It looks like Blacklist is, you know, once again, making some good reads onto KEYD so far. They're not getting away with these bush tactics so far, which is great, because so far, KEYD, that's one of the few advantages that they have in the early games.
Oh, wait a minute. Takashi instantly just goes in for the death as welcome. Flickers in, and that's going to be Mikey for the follow-up. No damage just as of yet, but he's going to get pulled back in still with the guiding win. Beautiful by Matilda Airlines. Venus on this Matilda. Just such a nuisance to the enemy team, man.
Oh, great idea from KEYD. Unfortunately, Blacklist International, that's way too easy for them to get out. I mean, they managed to use the guiding wind. And that meant that Blacklist International easily gets out. And imagine this, that's a lot of usage, a lot of spells as well as ultimates used by KEYD. And Blacklist International, they also are taking advantage of the time that they were able to buy because of the initial movements of KEYD.
Oh no! First blood already being achieved by Edward. Not what you want to see between Thamazin as well as a Baron.
Got the whole
Solo kill.
Yeah, that's solo kill. I mean, the Colorado Inferno for sure will be used by Edward. He knows also that the Detona's Welcome was just used in the mid lane. That meant that there will be no instant regeneration coming out from the barrels. That's why the kill potential, the kill threat is always there.
Oh man, right now with a 1.7 thousand gold lead, they're just building it, and that is what they do so well on. 3 minutes in the game, 30 seconds for the next turtle, and they're just playing for the setup.
How long can they play for the setup here? Because so far, I feel like KEYD has been shut down in a lot of their angles when they approach these fights. A couple of things that they could look to maybe do is Mikey needs to force a play. He still has Flicker up. If he can get a good way of the Dragon, he can almost guarantee a secured kill on one person. And I think most players... Oh, wait, hold on. What's happening topside?
Kashi goes in for the death as welcome. Edward, no, he's just so ruthless. Another solo kill in this game. 2 kills on the board, and all of them have been solo kills from Edward right there. Mikey, though, he might look for a pick-off, but look at Haji. He just does so much damage, forcing Prime to use that black shoes, and wow, that was brilliant. Venus goes in for the guiding win. Haji flickers out of the way and gets in back with the dash. But look at that, King actually wants to force something here. Venus, oh my god! Mikey goes over the Jikundo flicker combo, able to get away the Dragon number. It's gonna be Ohem coming in, and the Circling Eagle to finish him and silence him in that bottom side. Ohem wants some more. He's gonna get some more. That is 2 for the price of nothing for Blacklist, maybe even 3. Takashi forced to flicker out.
Oh man, Blacklist is really feeling themselves. Now they're completely disrespecting the space that KEYD is giving them, and they're going for a little bit more as well. But so far, KEYD, they need to hold strong for as long as possible, because right now Oheb is scaling so well into this game, and Luis can only do so much. He's so item dependent.
And whatever kills that Blacklist International had in this game was off of the fact that he was kind of wasting their time in some of the parts of the map because of the map read as well of Blacklist International. So with it is a toss-up between forced errors and good punishment coming out from Blacklist International. The macro is really not working in the favor of KEYD. They went for the bottom lane. They kind of stayed in the bottom lane, trying to go for a kill onto Oheb, trying to look for an opening for a flicker Jit Kundo, but wasn't able to do so. In fact, they were the ones punished in the bottom lane, and Blacklist International, they're not going to stop. Oheb is just styling on this, and both of the side lanes are already having the better farm over their matchup.
Not just the better farm, 2-0 for both of them. Prime goes in, tries to get a kill onto Haji. Very, very aggressive here. He actually goes in all the way. Haji, he is not able to dash away, not able to get away, but maybe so. It is going to be Venus going in and bringing Oheb back into the turret. Prime popped the black shoes, so he is very vulnerable at the stage, but both teams just, you know, just choose to back away for now. That's a very, very lackluster fight.
Yeah, the minions weren't already there. And guess what, man? This is just 6 minutes in. That's why teams will not overcommit on their turrets. They are not strong enough yet. But when it comes to a hero versus hero matchup, with all of the items that they were able to get, they are gonna just destroy KEYD at this point. The brute force breastplate for Edward already up.
Yeah, I mean, what can I say? Blacklist International just so fast to the rotations that KEYD doesn't even notice until they're dead at this point. Oheb forced to back away, but this is just brilliant reads from him. He sees that KEYD wants to make a play in the bottom side. Instantly just backs away. Sure, get the turret. I got the kill onto your Gale laner. And wait a minute, it is going to be Prime forced to use the black shoes. Now Edward goes in for the flicker. Absolutely amazing guiding win once again from Venus to ensure Edward's safety as they just play the macro game. Sure, go to the bottom side. I'm just going to zone you there and take the turret.
I mean, right now, I'm with Mirko here. It's a little lackluster, unfortunately. A lot of these fights can't go further than it is, but I think at this point, it's a 7-minute first items, and even those who are getting far ahead, like Edward, Edward is just getting their second items too, and even Oheb at this point in time, very close. Wise, he's comfortable with the way he is. At this point, I don't think he needs a power farm anymore. He just needs to be part of these fights, and I think KEYD is going to crumble under this pressure. Even Louise is making mechanical mistakes.
Oh, Haji is just such a nuisance, such a threat for KEYD right now. 6-0 for Blacklist International. Let's talk about the 6,000 gold lead.
Yeah, this meant that the Ome Venus Matilda does have the Radiant Armor. He's at 3.3k. And guess what? KEYD, two of their highest farmed heroes are about that level. And Blacklist International, this also means that there are 2 items present in most of their cores. Edward with War Axe as well as Brute Force Breastplate. And then Wise eventually with this Nathan is gonna hurt like a truck when they do team fight. And that is coming. 8 minutes into this game, they had to use the Way of the Dragon just to push Oheb away from the purple buff.
Oh, look at that. Takashi caught in the midst of it all, still able to run away for now. Oheb goes in for the flowing blood, but it's going to be King taken very low. Wise gets a kill onto the jungler, and that is a 1-for-0. The fight continues as Blacklist keeps on looking for the seed. Wise goes in for the entropy, forcing Prime to flick around, and a 7,000 gold lead with a 7-kill lead as well.
This is brutal. This is really unfortunate to watch. It's an absolute massacre here coming in for Blacklist International. They have a low kill count overall, just 7 kills, but the 8k goal lead that they've developed, and literally 4 turtles, oh, well, 3 turtles now, 1 Lord in the making. It's just, what do you do in KEYD's position?
What do you do, Wolf? I mean, I'm speechless right now. What do you have to do? Because their composition right now, like, they needed to do something in the early stage with the Mosquito and the Cho, but they're simply not able to do it. Mikey is alone, Circle Eagle to go in, and that's going to be Haji following it up with a guiding win. Mikey forced to back away, but again, yes, Wolf, try to answer that question.
We go for the Detona's welcome setup into the Lilia bombs and maybe use Louise in that so maybe they can get a kill. Have King peel through the back lines and have Takashi focus on just one hero. At this point, it's the only way for KEYD to win the fights. It has to be perfect. But that is not even counting the fact that Blacklist International can react easily to that.
I think the worst part about it is that play hard enough. The first phase of it, not too bad. You know, you could probably get the Lily and the Spellsprout to make it happen, but to make it happen at the exact same time to make sure that you have enough damage to get away with it. Because right now, I don't think anybody can really get, you know, kill Oheb at this point if he's like absorbing minions, or at the very least just you know, have 3 people in his ult at that time. He just sustained through all of it.
Well, let's see what happens here. The siege is going to continue in that bottom side. A lot of range from the side of Blacklist International will be able to go in, and that's going to be Venus popping into Circling Eagle. Will just back away, and Takashi is already chunked really, really low. Inhibitor turret number 1 in the bottom side taken down as Blacklist just completely rotate to the mid lane, looking for some objectives on the board.
He didn't even had a chance to fight in there. Execution from Blacklist International, despite their lead, was still phenomenal. So clean coming out from Blacklist International. For KEYD, I think they were also waiting for the second item onto Louise, or maybe the third, because they had the chance to go for the quote-unquote Ruby DD play, but didn't go for it.
Surgical precision is what I like to call it for the side of Blacklist International. 7-0.
Really? Surgical precision? I'd say this is oppression. This is what it's like. Yeah. This is what it's like when you're just like trying to fight for some kind of independence here, and you're just absolutely getting colonized and pushed back in towards your base. It's no fun.
Oh, Edward goes in again, and whoa, wait a minute, Venus, he is able to bring Edward back to the base. Takashi going in for the Deathless Welcome will be able to get Venus down, and that is finally KEYD on the board, but Louise will fall in turn. Mikey is next, and Blacklist, they might just look for the push right now. It's gonna be jumping in and getting a 2-kill lead for Blacklist once more. 11-1. It was 11-0 the last game. It looks like Blacklist wants to end right here, right now. King goes in for the knockout strike, able to zone away the minions for now, but damage keeps on coming in. Aben under the turret. The wipe out for Blacklist as they completely take over, oppress the Brazilian team, KEYD, and boom, bang, bada bing, a 3-0 clean sweep.
GG.